Hello, good evening everybody, and welcome to Angry Welshman Productions. I am the Angry Welshman, and tonight I am joined by Sam of Blastpipe Productions.
Hello.
And he is representing the Bahamas Locomotive Society. For tonight we are doing a virtual footplate run of 45596 Bahamas, which is a reskin that Sam is working on at Blastpipe Productions. We've featured this on the channel before, actually, when we did the North Wales coastal run. Where was it? From
Rhys.
Crewe to Holyhead? What's the matter?
You said you'd installed the update.
Yeah? As in not?
It's not installed.
Ah, right, well, we'll just leave it then. I'm not stopping the live stream just for a coupling.
That's it.
Cancelled, does it? It's all cancelled. Back to the drawing board. So, tonight we are recreating a rail tour which Bahamas did recently. And in fact, Sam was actually on that rail tour.
So as part of which, we're not only attempting to recreate, we'll also be reprising my role as a sales rep for BLS.
Whee!
So, go buy BLS merchandise.
There's a link in the video description below, guys. Head on over to the Ingro Shed website, link in the description below, and buy yourself some merchandise that would otherwise only be available to buy when on rail tours. But of course, with the COVID-19 pandemic, it's all been a bit, well, we haven't been able to run rail tours, have we? You know, the last 12 months or so.
Yeah, so to explain a little bit more about
Oh God! So we're having a few audio issues, and Sam cut out just then.
Wonderful.
You're back now. You're back in the room, and you're gone again. I'm not sure if you're speaking, Sam, but yeah. So what I'm just gonna do while Sam is presently dead is just put the handbrake on, and I'm gonna take
I'm still here.
He's still there.
I'm still alive.
We're just gonna raise some vacuum and take the brakes off. So Sam is gonna be on the shovel today. I'm gonna be driving.
Yep.
What time is it in game? It is 11:26, so at 11:30 we're setting off from Taunton.
11:31.
Okay, 11:31.
I've got the working timetable here, which we're working from. But yeah, so let's see if I can try talking again. What I was saying is that basically, due to the pandemic and the COVID restrictions, we haven't been able to run our normal sales operation on the rail tours. What we would normally do is we would travel up and down the train, showing off the merchandise, giving out order forms, and then people will be able to purchase goods right there on the day. But unfortunately, because of the restrictions, we've not been allowed to go up and down the train as we would normally do. So instead, we've had to direct people to our online shop. But it does mean that it's an opportunity to get your hands on some merchandise that we would normally only sell on rail tours. So if you follow the link in the description, that'll take you to the shop and you can have a look and see if there's anything you want there.
There we go, that's the online sales bit done. And now it's time...
the online sales done.
So let's introduce you to the coach set that we've got on. So obviously we've got on the front the Jubilee. And we've got Bahamas mainline rail tour support coach, followed by the West Coast Railway Mark 1 set. So the first one is Florence. Then we had to do a little bit of improvisation because we haven't got quite the right coach for the Pullman liveried ones, but it's close enough, I think. Then the next one is a kitchen coach, another Pullman. And then we got a load of first opens, so Jessica, a buffet, a generic TSO, I think it is, and then a BSK on the end. So I don't know if Sam's speaking at all.
Nope, not yet.
No? Okay, I wasn't sure if you cut in or something, or cut out. So, we're pretty much all set then to start our rail tour. So, the train didn't actually start here at Taunton. Where did it start?
Slough.
Slough. So, it's come all the way from Slough by diesel, which we're going to pretend was a Class 60, which is sat over there, even though it wasn't really.
Well, we'll see the actual diesel it was later on.
Ah.
So that ran ahead of us.
Oh, there we go.
So yeah, the diesel brought it down from Slough at 8:46, arriving into Taunton at 11:01-ish. There were a half an hour break there while I took the diesel off and sent that ahead to Plymouth, and we put the steam engine on. And then Bahamas hauled the train to Plymouth for the first time ever taking a Jubilee over Dawlish and the Devon Banks.
So we're going to be recreating that run.
We are going to be recreating that run.
So guys, let's jump in the cab because I think it's all 1 minute until we're setting off. So
let's see if I can...
anything you want to do, Sam?
Yeah, you know you gave me... there we go. I was just going to say, I have actually got controls on the keyboard, haven't I?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've got permission to do it. Just whack the injector on just to test everything.
So that's shoveling.
Yeah, you're shoveling. Remember, you have to hold the R key for shoveling.
Yeah. So that should be the water going down.
Yeah. Yeah, and the injectors. So you've got controls.
That should be the water off.
Your steam is still on. There you go.
On the other side.
We got 20 seconds.
Right. I'm happy.
Okay, if you're happy.
I know.
Okay, fireman is ready. We got 7 seconds, so let's start unwinding the brake. Vacuum is all off. We're just holding on the tender brake right now. There we go. I think we're just about to get the right away from the guard. Yeah, we'll call it right away. And here we go, guys. We're setting off from Taunton and we're off to Plymouth. So we should explain a little bit about the run tonight. As it's a rail tour, we are due to take on water at Tiverton. Was it just after Tiverton Parkway in the loop?
Yep, Tiverton Loop.
Which is about 15 to 20 minutes away from where we are now, I think.
Yep.
We've got about 1,500 gallons of water in the tender, so we will have a few minutes stop at the loop. Sam messing with the controls there.
There's a very good reason for this.
Oh, because you want the things in the black zone so you can actually see them.
Yep.
There we go. We'll pretend it's Great Western, so firing from the right hand side. So I'm going to wind it right back. So in the next few minutes, Sam, you're going to have to start building up the fire. So your dampers are open, yeah?
Yep. I'll do a good job, and if I don't, you'll know about it, and it'll be your problem then.
Yeah, exactly. So we're up to 18 miles an hour, heading out onto the main line.
The sales team are all currently in the support coach, just helping themselves to the first coffee of the day. By the end of the day, they will have drunk the train dry.
Yeah, we'll have to take on tea bags as well as water.
Yep. Simultaneously.
Yep. We'll have the one crew handling the hoses and one crew handling the boxes.
What have you got the regulator at, Rhys?
60%. I'm going to whack it all the way
Stick
over.
it in the roof.
There you go, regs through the
roof. And just keep an eye on the pressure. And
Pressure's
just notch
going
back.
up.
Yeah, just notch back when the pressure starts struggling. That should be all we need.
You can stick an injector on, I think, because we're about to blow off.
Why not?
Yeah, we're blowing off. Rhys Jones is in the chat. Hello, Rhys. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. You went down to Penzance last month. Well, yeah, that's good, because this route, BHBP, which is from Backdated Train Sim, this is version 1, by the way. I didn't get to download version 2, which is available on their website. I think version 2 is actually more detailed and actually goes further. So head on over to their website, and I'm pretty sure the link's in the description below. Is the injector still on, or?
I can't tell.
Let's have a look.
Yeah,
I think
that's on.
it is, yeah. Sounds like it's on. Yeah, I left that right-hand injector on all the way, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, are we restricted to 65 mile an hour running?
No, Bahamas is 75 mile an hour work.
We are 75. All right, that's cool. So we're approaching the first of the banks.
That injector sounds like it's struggling.
I was going to say it didn't sound very. Oh my god, what's happening to the cab roof?
I'm putting curling.
No, but the lighting's gone all weird. Ah! And now it's fine.
Yeah, like I said, putting curling.
So we're at 51 mile an hour.
Now, we did get up to line speed with Bahamas on this run.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how close we get.
I think when I did my test run, I got to about 63, 64. But that's because I wasn't doing the firing properly.
Yeah.
And then I basically ended up struggling.
Yeah, what Rattery said, you completely ran out of steam, stalled, blew up.
Fusible plugs melted, tender fell off, you know, all the usual stuff. So guys, it's been quite a while since I did a live stream, or me or Sam actually. I think Sam's done a few with Rail Advent in the last few months, but
yeah, but even so, not that many.
It's the first AWP video for quite a while, 3.5 months. Kind of needed a bit of a break from the channel, really. Just needed to refresh myself a bit, you know. I just didn't have any motivation.
Rhys, we need to notch back a bit.
Okay. A bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more.
There we go.
Yeah, so you were saying about channel and channel stuff?
Yeah, so just needed a bit of a break from the channel, a break from live streaming, because quite a few times I was scheduling live streams and basically I just ended up working or ill, or my boy was ill, or some, you know, there was just some excuse all the time. So yeah, I just decided it'd be better to take a break, and that was only going to be a few weeks, and it turned into 3.5 months. So,
but on the bright side, it did allow us to make some good progress with Over the Hills.
Well, that's funnily enough where I was going to come to next. Actually, was in that time we were able to make significant progress with with Over the Hills. So the script is looking pretty good. I think we're just about to start hitting the gradient now. Yeah. Is the injector on by any chance?
Yep, but like you said, I've left that one on permanently.
Yeah, that's fine. Just it's good to leave that one on, I think.
Well, the boiler water level's going down and the injector is on and injecting, so that can stay on.
Yeah.
Which I'm not entirely sure how accurate that is. I'll have to do some inquiries about that.
So yeah, Sam is frantically shoveling because we are... Let's just check what gradient are we on now. 1 in 174, so we're just coming up to the 1 in 90 gradient of the... I think the first bank is the Wellington bank, and that's between Taunton and Tiverton. And it's famously where City of Truro hits 100 miles an hour.
Supposedly. Notch back a tad more.
Let's not get personal now, Sam. I actually admitted that I'm starting to get feelings for Bahamas earlier.
Yeah.
Even considering joining Bahamas Locomotive Society. That's the point where you guys just ban me. Oh, we're at line speed, Sam, 70. Let me just save it there. What gradient are we on? Oh, we're on a level gradient. Of course we're at 70. Might want to build the fire up a bit now because we're just about to hit the gradient. Although boiler pressure's not looking bad, water level's not looking bad. You're actually in a better state than when I did the test run earlier. I think this is the gradient now. Good evening everyone joining the chat, welcome to the video. Oh, the train sim guy, it's known as... what's his username? The guy that makes routes. I know his real name, but I can't think of his like username on Steam. Damn socks! That's the one. Sorry, dude. Yep. That slipped my mind there. Sam, you're quiet. I don't know if you're talking or not, but we can't hear you.
I am talking.
Yeah, nothing came through again. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Sam's audio tonight, but I'm assuming it's the internet is being potato. Right, we're down to 60 mile an hour, Sam. We're on the 1 in 90 gradient.
That's alright. We're gaining his boiler pressure again, which is what matters.
So I've just left this reverser at 30%. Should I wind it forward or just leave it there?
Leave it there a bit because it could do with some sticking some more water in when we get closer to the top.
Yeah, Terry Bartlett is in the chat. He says this is the famous Wellington bank. Yes, it is. So naturally we're losing steam, we're losing speed here, but we are gaining steam, and that's the important bit. James Ellison is in the chat. Hello James, good evening, welcome. I was joking earlier, James, by the way, when I said I was going to block you on all platforms.
Notch up.
Notch up?
Yep, I've got both injectors on, so you can notch up until we start losing steam.
Copy that. There we go.
Although they do sound like we're struggling a bit.
We are starting to struggle, but we're reaching the summit. We're not far away from the summit now.
Injectors, can you go on the F4 HUD and can you click on the lamp button until it comes up with the injector trimmers are set to wherever they should be?
Which one's the lamp one?
You know the headlight button.
That
light
one?
Bulb.
Light
I can't see
bulb. Oh. 1, 2.
Injector valves are now automatically set. That's the one. Okay, and back to the F5 HUD.
We're at the summit. Sam, we've done way better than my test run. I was doing 15 miles an hour at this point. So actually, I tell you what, this is cause for celebration. We've topped Wellington Bank at 45.
Not bad going. I'll stick some coal on when we get out of the tunnel.
James, he says he's not easily offended, otherwise he wouldn't still be here. That's true, no matter how many times we've tried to get rid of him over the years, he still hasn't gone, so, you know. He's like chlamydia, you can't get rid of him. He'll always keep coming back.
Remember your own rules, keep it clean.
To be fair, that was actually quite clean for what is normally my sense of humour.
Yeah, I suppose it's true.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we've just crested the... oh no, the crest is just ahead. I can actually see the top of the bank there.
No, I think I've got... you want to notch back again now?
Yeah, nudging back.
I think I've got both injectors on and it's still struggling.
Yeah, I found that earlier, actually. Although the water level's doing far better.
Yeah.
I think the water level, it is going up slowly.
I don't know if it's because you haven't got the update or what. Because I'm sure I did some messing around with the simulation to make it steam better. But
yeah, it is going up. Oh yeah, the other thing that we didn't mention before we set off, which we should have done, was that this rail tour was actually the Royal Duchy. Unfortunately, we don't have a headboard for that, which is why we're running with the Bahamas Locomotive Society headboard.
Where are we? Because we've got Tiverton coming up.
Yeah, we got 4.2 miles, so I'm actually going to have to shut off the steam.
That's good.
Because we're at 62 mile an hour, we'll keep increasing. Oh, I need to open the large ejector as well.
No.
Which it is open, so that's good. So let's go back over to the fireman's side. Ah, wrong side.
That water level is slowly going up again, which is good.
And bear in mind, we're on a downhill gradient, so when we level out, it'll go up a bit more.
Yeah.
Sleeming88 says, nice to see you back. Yeah, thank you. It's nice to be back. It's nice to come back with some fresh ideas and some new enthusiasm. Let's open the reg a bit, just to keep it rolling a bit. So apparently I can't close the... oh, now I can. Oh, I need to spot the signals now, I remember. So I'm going to have to go on the other side, Sam.
Yep. Just try and keep an eye on the water level if you can. I don't know if you can see it any better than I can.
You're pretty good, you're about 3/4 of a glass.
Yeah.
Because we've got a little bit of messing around up ahead.
Yep.
So we got double yellows coming up.
So I will just turn off the other injector.
The other thing I should... wait, are you braking?
Nope.
Did you do that?
Nope. That was the double yellow.
Was it?
Yeah.
What, that activated the brake?
No, that was the AWS.
Oh.
That little V... that
Yeah.
was the AWS sound.
I thought it gave you like 30 seconds.
No, it starts applying the brake straight away for some reason.
Oh,
I don't know if it does your life, but it does really thin in here, and it's definitely not 30 seconds.
I suppose with modern stuff it's 30 seconds.
No, it's less than 30 seconds. think it's about 3 seconds rather than 30.
Sorry, I'm talking rubbish. I know why I said 30 seconds, because that's the bridge watch alarm on ships. Sorry, please ignore me there, that's my wrong information. Oh yeah, up ahead we've got a red signal. Now when I did the test run earlier, please forgive me guys, because I know technically I think I'm about to do a spad, but there is a good reason for it.
Yeah, this is of course worth mentioning where, unfortunately, Train Simulator and real life don't quite marry up perfectly. There are a lot of bits where you have to sort of bodge it in Train Sim.
So I'm going to get requests to pass signal at danger, because if you look ahead, there's a little white thing to the side of the red signal. I'm pretty sure that means I have permission to enter the loop.
If nothing else, you just ran up the signaler and got permission from him by pressing tab.
Let's open the reg. We'll open the drain cocks as well, just to let any condensed water come out.
So I have to know what time it is when we pull up here, and I'll have to try and find on my phone.
Your injectors are off.
Yeah, I know, but the water's alright at the moment.
It's 0.78 at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, that's plenty.
So now I've got to make sure we stop in exactly the right place for the water tank marker to line up with the tender. Right, I'll just shut off. Entering the loop. And this is where we're going to take on water, guys.
What an excellent plan. Good one, that one.
Was that worth it? Oh, your water's
was
open. One of your water taps is open.
It shouldn't be.
So we're running out of water, but you're just draining it onto the track. Oh, I can't get back in the cab now.
Yeah, I can't shut off the water. Really.
Right, let's hang on then. Yeah, my keyboard controls are doing something weird. Okay, it's shut.
Is it?
Yeah. That's the thing about using Parsec to have two people in the cab. It's really...
So this is up full of water, just where this platform is?
Yeah, I've put the marker right at the end of the platform.
Yeah.
There's the water tanker. Whoa! I just had to spam press Q then. And as a result, the brakes have drained all the way off.
So we're going to have to crawl forward a bit.
Right, nobody unlocked the doors yet, we gotta go forward a bit. So since we're stopped, I'm gonna let the fireman jump off and walk on the platform, just to guide us to the right position.
What time are we on?
11:52.
11:52, arriving at Tiverton Loop.
How does that compare to the real one then?
Bahamas got into Tiverton Loop at 11:53 and a half.
Oh, so we actually did a bit better than the real thing.
We actually did slightly better than the real thing, but only by a minute, which is pretty close actually.
Right, let's see if I can stop her in the right place for the marker. I think that's too early. We'll try it. I press T. Yeah, nothing's happening, so we gotta go forward a bit. And stop there. Bit of an abrupt stop.
Gently does it.
That was just like slamming into the buffers. Right, there we go, we're taking on water.
Right, what's it look like in my... there we are.
Let's have a look in the tank. Hello.
Okay, out, there's fish in there.
Oh, we got the carp in there. Oh no, we got
Well-
cod, fresh cod.
Well, if you have a look at...
You're cutting out, Sam.
If you have a look at the windows in the end of the support coach,
Yeah.
at the gangway end, so right behind the tender, can you see those two little holes
Yeah.
where windows are? Well, we can take them windows out and stick us fishing rods through there.
Nice.
And that's how we catch his tea.
So we can catch the fresh cod through these little hatches, and they can be taken into the support coach, and they can be cooked.
We have his little kitchen near the workshop area. In the
Although
support coach.
we don't
All
have to,
self-contained.
we don't have to do it in the support coach. We've actually got a kitchen car on.
Oh yeah, but we have his own self-contained kitchen on the support coach.
Do you know what? I want to join Bahamas Locomotive Society just so I can try one of these stews that you've been raving on about. No, you've gone again, Sam.
Look. Injectors, please.
Injectors.
At the water overflow.
You want the injectors on, did you say?
No, they want to be both shut at the moment.
I'd be filling her right up, I would. Just gonna stick the tender brake on.
Yep.
There we go. And then I can release the vacuum. So we're at 2,000 gallons now. I don't know if you can see that in the video, guys. But this water tanker does take quite a while to fill up, which is a lot better.
Realistic.
Exactly, it's more prototypical.
I think all the water columns in Train Sim need fiddling with on the physics to slow down that rate.
Because it's just not fun when you pull up at water tower and you press T and within 2 seconds you're full. That's a bit boring.
Yep. So, we're due off here at 12:02.5.
Oh god, we got like 7 minutes then.
Yep.
We got plenty of time to fill her up.
Well, we're due off at 12:03, but 12:02.5 is the marked time on the on real-time trains.
Well, we've got a little bit of time to go and polish the buffers then, I think.
I think that's a splendid idea.
Should we just... Yep, that one
No,
looks clean.
no. You've got to get the emery cloth on it, and you go around it in circular motions with the emery cloth or the Scotch Brite.
Do you know what? I'm really surprised that you guys don't do the buffer quartering.
Well, I did mention that, but yeah, it's been decided that the polished buffer look is a bit more appropriate for the engine rather than the quartering.
Yeah.
Plus the quartering is more of a pain upkeep, and we have enough bits to polish on the engine as it is.
Yeah. Is there a Hunslet plaque on her?
No, the Hunslet plaques were only worn for a short period.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, it were only for like, I think it were only for the first month, well, first year or so, something like
Really?
that. Yeah, they weren't, if not less than that.
Yeah.
They weren't worn for very long at all, and the North British plates she has at the moment are in fact replicas and not the originals. Because the originals went walkies at some point while Bahamas was awaiting scrapping or preservation. What's his water looking like?
Let's go have a look.
What's it should be filling up?
3,440.
And in the boiler?
You've got...
Boiler's
Oh, you're full, you're full. Turn them off.
That should have gone quiet, which it has.
There we go. So water's pretty full. Steam... We haven't blown off, which is actually quite surprising.
That's because I've been very carefully managing the blower.
Ah. You've been keeping her quiet. I'm quite impressed, Sam.
Yeah.
Because normally in Train Sim, I'm used to sitting here being completely deafened and getting tinnitus from listening to locos blowing off.
And the nice thing about this is, if you turn the blower off, you won't generate steam.
Yeah.
If you crack it open a bit, you will. But there's a very fine balance between cracking it open and generating too much. So it's easier to just sort of leave it and let it drain a bit, and then occasionally just
stick it on. I suppose let's have a look at the clock. We're due off in 4 minutes, so we are going to have to start getting it hotter, aren't we?
Yep, but it won't take long to do it. It'll only take 2 minutes or so, I reckon.
Yeah. So just while we're waiting, then let's have a quick inspection of the big ends and con rods.
Check there's not running hot. Check there's no bits that need a quick polish.
She's looking pretty decent. Not gonna lie, this model, built by Bossman Games for Train Sim, it's pretty spectacular, I think.
Yeah.
I've always been impressed with Bossman's models. They do. Go on.
There is only one bit on this whole model that annoys me.
What's that?
Most of it, like you said, is absolutely spectacular. But if you have a look, just on the support bracket for the slide railer, look what I said. Have a look at the oil pot.
Oil pot on the oh, that.
It's the only bit on the entire model which annoys me. The rest of it's pretty much spot on.
Oh yeah, it's kind of been merged.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
But it is only a 910.
It's not the word, like, unless you actually zoom in and look at it, you wouldn't notice, would you?
Well, most people wouldn't even look at the motion anywhere.
Yeah.
Not in that much detail.
I'm actually noticing a lot of the oiling pots now.
Yeah.
Or the oiling locations.
Yeah, I have no idea how difficult it was to try and find them all on the texture sheet.
Oh, I bet it was a nightmare. Right, anyway, we should head back to the cab now.
Well, we've got us water in.
Yep, we got 4,000 gallons.
What time are we on?
12 and a half.
So we've got 2 minutes before we're due off.
Yep.
So
there we go, so we better get ready to go.
Get ready to go.
So Sam's putting the blower on to start getting the boiler hot, get some heat in there. He's going to chuck some rock on.
Get a nice bit built up, and then when we set off, I don't have to panic. Not technically correct firing practice, but we'll gloss over that. It works in train sim.
Well, it's not always. It doesn't necessarily mean you're wrong. I don't. It's not. They say it's bad practice or not good practice. It doesn't mean you can't do it.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes you have to. I mean, what if you have a hole in the fire?
Then you sound like Harold the helicopter.
Oh. Right, so we're at 1.5 now.
To go?
Yep. Ready when you are. Well, we're ready.
I think I'm ready. There's one small issue. Ah, there we go.
Yeah, I did think ahead.
So, we are due out of here 12:02.5 by the... well, we're due out at 12:03. The actual one left at 12:02.5.
Oh, we're actually leaving about 25 seconds early.
That's alright, we got here a bit early. We shouldn't have any stops now until Plymouth.
No, we're through all the way. Well, hey, I just heard something.
We have a subscriber or something. So, yes, we will be clear and smooth running all the way to Plymouth without any issues at all.
Somebody called Bahamas is a B&M Jug has subscribed. I'm not sure what B&M means. But seeing that I've changed the settings of the video so that you can only comment if you've subscribed. Just wind it back a bit. 60% blowing off. There we go. So there you go, chaps. We were we were sat there for all those minutes, not blowing off. Just as we're setting off, she starts lifting the valves. That's what I call decent firing. And that's as close as a compliment as you're going to get from me today, Sam.
Well, it's in your hands now, Rhys. We want to run. We actually want to run a little bit early.
Right. So we're going straight through all the way to Plymouth.
Plymouth. Yep.
And obeying all the speed limits on the way, of course. I think it's 50-mile-an-hour speed limit on the Dawlish seawall.
Yep. So we're leaving Tiverton Loop. So we should pass Exeter St David's at 12:19, which is a minute early.
12:19, okay.
That's our next mark.
Oh, Terry says 60-mile-an-hour for the Dawlish seawall.
Right.
I thought it was in that ballpark somewhere. Oh.
Now, if Train Sim had a better F5 HUD, this wouldn't be an issue.
If it had
But
proper
Train Sim
multiplayer, yeah,
had a better HUD.
it'd be so much nicer with proper multiplayer. So we're picking up speed. We're already at 41 mile an hour. Let's just see. Are we on a we're on a slight downhill gradient, so that's helping. So I'm just going to wind it back a bit further now.
Shouldn't have to if we're blowing off.
I suppose we might as well use the steam.
I will take advantage of the situation.
If we're blowing off, use it. Use it for advantage. Something you'll all probably notice about these AWP live streams is that there's usually an absence of AI traffic. Now that is something I would like to address one day. I would like to see the routes more populated with AI traffic, but the problem is it's just so difficult to get it right. And, you know, I'm not exactly an expert when it comes to modern stuff. So, you know, if I put AI trains on, it would probably be something quite generic, like a Class 66 pulling some wagons or something. It wouldn't be that interesting.
I think something we might have a look at is doing scenarios rather than free roams.
Yeah, I mean, I have thought about it, but sometimes the thing with scenarios is that sometimes the scenarios are broken, and if you're doing a live stream and you're 45 minutes or an hour into it, and then you discover that the scenario is broken and you can't proceed any further. It happened when I was streaming the Golden Age developments route.
Yeah.
You know, I was so many minutes into the scenario and realised there was a problem with missing assets, but of course in the middle of the live stream you can't really bail out at that point.
Well, I mean, you could, but...
Yeah, but I think it looks tacky when you do that, but of course I do it all the time. Right, I'm going to notch you right back because we're at 65. Still picking up speed.
Making good time.
Let's see. We're on a level gradient now. I'm pretty sure it's more or less level now all the way to Exeter.
Yeah. Even when we get to Exeter, there's not that much change in the hills really until we get past Newton Abbot.
Yeah.
Onto the bank. There's a few ups and downs, but nothing that's really worth worrying about.
I think it's Teignmouth, there's a slight gradient.
Yeah.
Then you go through Newton Abbot, and then there's a massive gradient, which is, I think that's Hemerton Bank. It's the one that we completely messed up when we drove the Merchant Navy.
Dainton Bank.
Say again?
Well, I think Dainton Bank. That goes...
Dainton!
Well,
Dainton Bank.
But that goes up to Dainton Tunnel. Hemerden is the one on the return journey.
Ah.
That's the one not far after Plymouth on the return leg.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
That's the one that always catches me out on the Exeter Kingsway thing in the, well, it's not like, it's the extended version of that, I can't remember the name of it.
Glorious Devon, that's it, yeah.
I always use that to test Great Western stuff. and it catches me out every single time because I think, oh yeah, this loco can manage this many coaches. And then it gets to that hill and I go, oh no, it can't.
Oh, Terry says it's Rattery Bank after Totnes.
Yeah. Which will be going up Rattery Bank without any issues whatsoever. It'll be smooth sailing up there.
Smooth sailing all the way.
Yep.
Welshman 2008 asks what speed are we doing? We're doing 69.3, so I am going to have to ease it back. In fact, I'll notch her up just a bit more, actually. Because
try not to drain all the pressure.
Because we are allowed to do 75, I think, here. Yeah.
Yeah. 75 is the max speed we can do. Although, of course, we can get away with a little bit of inaccuracy in the speedo there. But, yeah, 75 is the maximum we should be aiming for. And then, obviously, we want speed when
Well, we're making steam.
which is good.
Oh yeah, this part of the line actually runs alongside the M5 motorway.
Yeah, which if we have a quick look over at yours.
We can't see it. Oh, there it is. It's behind the trees. Every now and then you get a little glimpse of it.
Yep. We were passing it a bit earlier as well.
Might get a glimpse of it now coming up between the trees.
On the return leg we had some...
This route is spectacular, I'm not going to lie. Seriously guys, if you get the chance, head on to Backdated Train Sim and download this route, because it is really good. You do need an awful lot of download dependencies, like the Just Train Southwestern Expressways, a few others, there's a whole list of them, but it is worth it because the routes have been merged together and you can run all the way from Reading to Bath Spa, Exeter, where else are we going? Newton Abbot, Kings, yeah, you can go all the way to Kingswear if you want. Also then you can carry on from Plymouth to Totnes and go up the South Devon Railway to Buckfastleigh. You can continue all the way to Penzance, and there's a few branch lines as well, so you can go other places. Very good route, very well made.
Well, I think the engine's quite happy here.
On a downhill gradient. She seems quite happy on a downhill gradient. Let's just check.
Want people a real challenge and slogging up a huge hill.
Yeah, but this is the easy part, coming down the bank. We've got Dainton coming up next.
Now,
although we are going to have to start slowing down for Exeter before long. You there, Sam?
yep.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out again.
What time are we on?
12.
So we've got 7 minutes to get to Exeter.
I think we're on the sort of long approachy bit towards Exeter now. Well, Welshman 2008 says it's a nice run in real life. It is. I love this run, going from Bristol all the way down the Dawlish seawall.
It was a very beautiful run, I must confess.
I've done a steam rail tour behind King Edward, number 6024, and I was window hanging all the way on the Dawlish seawall. And I know it's not allowed anymore, but yeah, those were the days. It was quite funny because back in the good old days before health and safety come and took everything from us. But
Well-
we were in Kings, not Kings. We were in what's the other one? Paynton.
Yep.
And there's a little pound shop near the railway station. So we were waiting for King Edward to come back up from Kingswear for the return journey in the evening. So me and a friend, we went in the pound shop and we bought these £1 safety glasses because of all the soot and smuts going into our eyes.
Bahamas managed to check out a fair bit as well. You know, we had going up Rattery Bank, we had windows open, nothing to engine.
Nice.
We just all got coffees just in time to go up said bank.
Yeah.
And by the time we got to the top, the coffees just had a nice sort of thin layer of black on the top of them from all the soot.
Beautiful.
And bearing in mind, this is only from the little top light window as well.
My dad told me a story from when he was a kid. His mum took him up to Manchester to visit a family member in what must have been the mid-50s.
Yeah.
Because he was only about 4 years old. So he was born in 1951. Yeah, it must have been about 1955. Probably would have travelled behind at some point from South Wales up to Manchester, behind something LMS, such as a Black 5 or a Jubilee or something. But he said from leaving the train at Manchester, I can't remember which station it was, got off the train but walked down the platform. He was wearing a white shirt, and just from walking down the platform to the end of the station, the soot was so much, there was so much soot on his shirt that he was just covered, completely covered. Right, I'm going to have to do some actual driving now.
Yep, let me just get me fire shirt. What are my injectors looking like?
The one, your right hand injector is on.
Good.
Left is off.
Good. Fire's in a happy place while we're slowing down.
I'm going to slow down to eventually 30, so I'll let her roll for a bit longer. Wait a minute, what signal is that? Why have we got a red? Oh, we got a green. It's green now. I hate it when Train Sim does this.
Using the handy, completely realistic driver's telescopic zoom.
Yeah, I know.
It's a little known fact, all mainline drivers actually have surgical implants into their eyes to allow them to telescopically zoom in on signals.
It sounds like something from that Netflix show, Black Mirror. Although you've been from Yorkshire, I doubt you've ever seen that. Sam conveniently cut out there because I insulted Yorkshire. I'm sure there's something he was about to say, but conveniently cut out. Oh, there's a signal, and I have no idea what it actually is, because there is no sign of it. It's a green. I think I'm getting these signals because they're slowing down signals, you know. Whoops, slowed down too much. Still injecting. The timing game is 12:17:05.
12:17. So, we've actually made it here. How much have we made it here? We have made it here 3 minutes ahead of scheduled time, 2 minutes ahead of timetable time. Although by the time we actually pass through it,
I was going to say we haven't actually passed the platform just yet, so give it a minute. Okay, what does that signal say? Okay, we're passing through platform 4.
Shall we go have a look on the platform?
We can have a little look if you want.
Let's go have a look on the platform.
Totally realistic zoom flying mode of real life. Which one's platform 4? I can never remember.
It should be...
Is there a sign?
No, that's a stop. Well, we'll find out.
You just follow whichever way it's going.
What have you got the cylinder cocks open for?
Drain water. Oh, blowing off, mate. Hang on. Let's get back on the platform. I think we're going to have to do a couple of screenies. Oh, look at that. Let's wake everyone in Exeter up. If he ruins my screenshot, I swear I'm going to stab him. He is at all. Look. Oh, he turned around at the last minute because he knew what I was going to do. Right, back on the footplate. You injecting, Sam, or is it turned off?
It should... What time are we on in game?
Right, 12:19.
How about that?
So we were absolutely spot on then. Oh wait, hang on. We're still in the 30 zone. Whoops.
Yeah, we should go through Dawlish.
I think we've just passed the speed sign. Yeah, we just passed the 75 sign. There we are. We're in the zone. Cut out, Sam.
Taunton Tunnel at the top of Taunton back 3 minutes early.
3 minutes early. Right, so now we're heading from Exeter St David south towards Exeter St Thomas, and then we'll be heading south onto the coastline. Better notch back. Otherwise we'll have a very unhappy fireman. God, Sam, we've been going an hour. Picking up speed again. So what do people think about the route? Just had to do some administrating. You there, Sam? You've gone really quiet. Hang on,
I don't know.
Oh, there you are. No, and he's gone again.
Has any...
And he's back.
Oh, good. Has anyone gone and bought any BLS merchandise yet?
Out of all the people watching, has anyone gone to the Angry Railway Museum website and bought something? Because we're passing through the train right now with the merchandise trolley.
The virtual merchandise trolley. But you can go buy some not virtual merchandise from the BLS website.
It'd be quite nice actually if we could make like some virtual footplate merchandise.
It would be quite nice actually, yeah.
Sell it during live streams, like little key rings or something.
Yeah, we could get like learner stickers on the front of an engine or something like that.
Yeah. I've wanted to do that for a while, get like a child object made of a learner sticker.
I might be able to make something up. I'll have a look at that actually.
Because you know like the platform number signs? They're just little, like, plates, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
Could you just do a reskin of something like that?
Yeah, I could. I'll have a look at that.
That would be good.
You're not.
Right back again because we're on a level gradient. I love the sounds that's been fitted to this loco. You've got like the actual rumble of the rails, and then as you turn your head it actually sounds slightly different. So Sam's shoveling away, the injectors are on right now I think, yeah. Even though it's a level gradient, we're at 60 mile an hour. We can do 75 right now, but we are coming up to a 60 mile an hour zone for the Dawlish seawall. So we don't need to be gunning it too much. Somebody's created a profile, Sam, called Galatea is better. Somebody's got a sense of humour, so I will show you my sense of humour. Hide user on this channel. Goodbye. And continue. Making steam, so you can put the other injector on for a bit if you want some.
Hello?
Hello?
You can hear me.
Yeah, it's cutting in and out all the time, mate.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do some investigating after the stream.
Do you think it's... What type of headset are you using?
It's my little clip-on microphone.
Is it battery powered or anything?
No, it's USB powered, but I'm wondering if the wire might have finally worn a bit.
How old is it?
A few years. It may be time to go quickly visit Amazon.
Get a new one.
Aye.
Does it cut in and out when you actually like moving the wire?
No, but it seems to fix it when I move the wire.
That sounds like the internal wiring might be damaged slightly.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But hey ho.
Okay, what's that? I think that's another slow down. Yep, it's a slow down signal. Next speed limit coming up is 75.
Which is still alright for us.
Because we're only at 67, so that's fine. So we're just coming up on the where the camping coaches are. I think we want to be on the other side now for this run along the sea.
Yeah, if you can keep a run on keep an eye on the fire mass and the water level for me.
You're at 870 pounds of fire and 3/4 of a glass on the water.
Yeah. If that water gets to 0.9, let us know.
Alright, 0.9.
If that fire mass gets below 800, let us know.
Alright.
Otherwise I'll leave it for a bit and let us enjoy the view. And it is a really spectacular run on the seawall here.
I think we are going to have to do just a little bit of line siding for a moment. And I realise that this is pausing and all that, but do you know what? It's worth it. So now we're at 70 mile an hour, but I'm pretty sure we're coming up on the 60 zone.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't be far off it.
Oh, Sam, I think we found the route where I put all the U-boats. Oh, I thought I saw a U-boat. Never mind. I legitimately thought I saw a U-boat. I must be going mad.
Rhys, in a past life, were you by any chance bombed by a U-boat?
I must have been. On a ship
maybe
called
it's
the Cyclops, by any chance.
What's this fire and water looking like?
So you've got 0.8 water and
Yeah.
800 pounds of fire.
800, let's stick some more coal on.
Chuck some rock on.
Chuck some rock on indeed.
Some of your Diente says some of your videos been privatised. Well, they've been made private. So I've been reviewing some of the videos on my channel to try and separate what I want to keep public and what I don't want to keep public. We finally hit 70 mile an hour, Sam.
Hey!
860 pounds of fire now. If you want, Sam, just flick back over to the fireman's side, just if you want to check the water or the fire.
That's what I keep doing.
Yeah, and then just put it back after. It's just so we can see the nice view going through Dawlish. Rhys Jones says you don't have to worry about the U-boats. You need to watch out if I see you on the Bristol Channel. Oh god. That's right. Yeah, just for you to know, guys, Rhys has a yacht, and he's already said he's waiting until the day he encounters me out on the Bristol Channel. So that'll be fun. Right, okay, we need to shut off because I can see the 60 mile an hour zone coming up in 1.2 miles.
Yep.
So, shut the reg, and we'll let her coast for a bit. Oh, we're on the Dawlish seawall, guys.
What time is it?
Dawlish, 12:31-ish.
At Dawlish. 12:31 we're due through Dawlish.
Do you know what?
Well,
We're bang
real
on
time.
time. Bang on time.
we are running exactly to the same time that the loco ran on the route then.
I'm just slowing it. There we go. Oh no. See, because of the keyboard issues, like because I couldn't flick back to the F5 menu, we've now gone too slow.
Yeah.
There we go, just about to pass through Dawlish. I am going to have to do the obligational line side bit here. There's a particular screenshot that I always like to get, and it's pretty much here. Pause. Something that you can't do in real life. Pause the reality.
Which would be immensely helpful from a photographer's point of view.
Let's go stand on the footbridge. Oh, somebody has gone and set up a fake profile.
Again?
You know, that's something interesting. You know, you want to go and set up a fake profile to go and troll a video on YouTube because you got nothing else to do. Goodbye.
Isn't it amazing how, you know, there's like 3 months without a stream because we needed a break, and then we come back, and then on the first stream back, oh yeah, let's troll it.
That looks spectacular, Sam.
Yeah, that looks great, doesn't it? Ah, that's fantastic.
Better just ease it back because we're at 60. Oh, 95 of water in the boiler.
That should have knocked off now. Don't have to worry about that fire for a bit either.
893.
It didn't open it anyway.
Oh, hang on, the water's still going up. No, the injectors are off.
Gradients, perhaps?
Do you know what James Ellison's just said? LMS is best. And Sam, why didn't you tell everybody what I said earlier?
What, that Bahamas is growing on you?
Yeah, it is growing on me.
It's through hard and persistent work from myself, of course.
This is long-term game plan to convince me to like LMS stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Bahamas really is growing on me. We did the run. We did the run on the North Wales coast. You know, from was it Crewe to Holyhead, and that was spectacular. And now we're doing the run Taunton to Plymouth, which is on my turf, taking a LMS local on my turf, and I'm loving it.
I think this is certainly one of the best engines to do multiplayer stuff with.
I think that was an AWS horn for the speed limit restriction, 60. But we're at 60, so that's fine.
That's for Teignmouth, isn't it?
Going through Teignmouth, yeah, that's right.
What time are we on?
12:34 almost.
We are scheduled to pass through Teignmouth at 12:34. Well, I say that, we're scheduled for 12:36, the real time at 12:34,
So actually we've slightly fallen back on what Bahamas was doing, and that's probably because I was messing around with the brakes earlier.
Yeah.
You remember when it was because Parsec stopped me from controlling it properly, and I slowed down too much. That's why.
Basically, I don't know if it's Parsec or Train Sim or the computer itself or what, but it'll only accept input from, I think, 3 or 4 keys at once.
Yeah.
So if you try to do anything else, it won't accept it.
And if it doesn't help that we don't know what button we're pressing at the same time.
Yeah.
So what happens frequently is Sam will press shift, and then I'll move the mouse, so then the camera goes, whoa, and you don't realise what's going on, you know?
Well, I've got to admit, I think we have got used to handling it quite well now, I would say.
We've done quite a number of these videos, and I think we've generally gotten the hang of working with each other. But then that's how real engine crews would work.
Yeah, yeah.
You get used to each other, learn how each other works, how to communicate, and how to work together. So I think we've actually become quite an effective engine crew.
No, I'd say so.
We haven't actually had any proper arguments yet about driving or firing.
So far.
So far.
Give it chance, give it chance.
It reminds me of a song by Dave Golder, the 8 Freight Blues, where he's singing about the fireman. Oh no, it's the driver. Yeah, it's a really good song, it's really catchy. The driver comes from Motherwell, his face I can't abide. He only knows full forward gear with the regulator wide. I can't touch his injector, and mine is short of breath. I wish his balls would turn to bulldogs and just bite the sod to death. Well, it's such a catchy song.
absolutely brilliant.
He's got a whole album of these railway songs. You know, a lot. Oh, we're speeding. A lot of them are actually like end of steam sort of songs. Oh, another subscriber. Let me guess. He set up another profile.
I'm not sure we are speeding at the moment, Rhys.
No, I can't even read that username. We were doing 62, and the speed limit's 90, so I'm just going to stick the reg in the roof.
Yep. Notch back a bit though.
Yeah, we're at 40.
Get that reverser to about 30. Yeah, that should do. She'll take off like a bullet out of a gun now. One of those giant ones from Mario.
Well, the gigantic bullets.
Yep. Also, does that say £900 or £800?
986.
Yeah, I thought it did.
It's alright. We're coming up towards Newton Abbot, so we gotta get ready for the... was it Taunton Bank anyway?
And Bank, the dreaded Taunton Bank.
And this is the long slog. I think Dington is quite a long and hard climb.
Yeah.
We need to be pretty much... Oh, hang on, I need to do some driving again. Oh, 60 mile an hour speed limit coming up. I guess this is for Newton Abbot.
Yep, which we are due through at 12:41, actual time 12:38.
We're starting to slip back. We're just coming up at 12:38 now.
That would be because you didn't realise it were at, I reckon.
Because I didn't realise what, sorry?
You didn't realise it were 90.
Yeah, there is that. So there is a little bit of driver error there. If I was allowed to stand on the right side of the cab, that would help. Western Flyer says, nice to see you streaming again. Thank you, sir. It's nice to be back. Now we're speeding because it's 60 mile an hour zone, so I'm going to shut off.
Yeah, I'd be right.
Now we'll just call it operational recovery of timetable.
Yeah, like I said, we've got 12:41 is the actual timetable time.
What's the speed limit through Newton Abbot? Oh, still 60, so we can just keep going.
So actual time passing through Newton Abbot was 12:38 and 3/4. So
is that a D10? There's a D10 bulldozer sat on the side of the track. It looks like a D10. Yes, I have a thing about bulldozers.
No comment.
Yeah, we are starting to slip on the timetable a little bit.
What time is it?
39:22.
Only by half a second, Rhys. Yeah, half a second, half a minute.
So we're 30 seconds behind what Bahamas really did.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Could be a lot worse.
Alright, I'm going to save here at Newton Abbot. We should implement a new rule as well, that we're only allowed to save at stations.
Yeah, I like that.
Just to add a little bit more immersion.
Right, once we get past this junction and onto the hill, I'm going to need to be keeping a close eye on the fire in the water.
Yeah, that's fine. We're through Newton Abbot, so we're pretty much past all the hard signally stuff now.
Yep.
Yeah, so
we are coming up to the first of the Devon Banks.
This is it, Sam? Is your fire ready?
This is where...
You're at £900, by the way.
Yeah. This is where we find out if we're actually any...
The other thing I'm going to do just before we start is shut the large ejector off.
Yeah. Just to save that steam.
Just that tiny little bit of steam that we're using on the ejector. We'll save it.
Might just be enough to get us to the top.
Just whack the reg through the roof.
Yeah.
Although we are technically going faster than the speed limit now.
I think we need the run up.
We need the run up. Traction inspector is just not aware of... Right, I'm going to have to do a little bit more administration.
How many fake profiles do you think they've created so far this stream? I think we're up to 4 or 5 now. I mean, you would really think people have better things to do.
Come on. Do something better with your life, please. In fact, I'm gonna actually reset the thing.
Yep.
There. There we go. So we're still increasing speed. Nope, we're on the gradient.
So you are really going to have to play with your regulator, your reverser here.
So I'm at 40% right now.
Yeah, you're going to have to try and balance that. Oh, sugar. Let's turn the injector off there.
That's alright. Actually, you might have done us a favour there because we need to... We're priming slightly. We're having the warning message. Yeah, you did the right thing there. Open the cylinder cocks.
Yeah.
Just in case we are priming. Which we are. I think that's because there's a 55 mile an hour speed limit coming up. Yeah, we're losing steam. No, we're not. We're losing speed.
Yeah, so you'll have to up the reverser a bit there. So you've now got to try and get a very fine balance between speed and steam.
I think I've hit it there.
Yeah, so you've got to sort of try and get... You've got to try and get to the point where the boiler pressure is consistent without changing much.
Got to find a way up as well. See, the boiler pressure is going up there, so I'm winding it forward where I don't want to wind it forward too much.
Yeah.
We're at 60% now. There we go. 65%. She is finding her way up.
Well, like I said, on the real talk, we were doing alright at the top, but it was a struggle to get there. So, we are expected at the top of the hill, we are expected in the tunnel at 12:43.
Which is 43 now.
And that's the tunnel.
And that's the tunnel, so we've actually made up a little bit.
We've made up a little bit, we're pretty much bang on time, again.
It's still giving us the message that we're priming.
Well, since it'll be downhill once we get through here, we can afford to let that open a bit. And of course, when we tip down the other side, that shouldn't be an issue either. But if you notice, it's flashing intermittently, so I think it's...
Well, what's happened to the boiler water?
What's happened there is we've crested the hill.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But there you go, we're priming coming up the hill, and now it's... oh, we haven't got any going down the hill.
Yeah.
I'll actually notch back a lot now.
You whack both ejectors on. What's the speed limit here? 55, so I basically just need to shut off.
Yeah, it's a 1 in 40 downhill as well.
Right, gonna have to do a bit of driving. Large ejector on.
I need to do a bit of firing.
I gotta control the speed now.
So I think our next landmark is Totnes.
I think so, yeah.
Should you at 12:53 expected to pass 12:49? think we've got both injectors on at the moment.
I'll double check for you now. Your left one is off, I think.
Ah, right. Now, as long as that water level is going up.
It is, yeah.
I think I'll try and keep that at about 60. Maybe 70. It is a steep downhill grade.
It's really steep, this bank. So this is Hemerdon, is it?
Nope, Hemerdon's much further on. We'll know it when we get to it.
Right, I'm gonna just get rid of the thing. Let's get rid of the subscriber count. Where is it? The thing on the left. The event list. Unlock. Remove. There we go. Because some people just can't possibly be normal or not be a troll or not be an arsehole of some description. You have to just do something to whine or what you think is funny. But nobody else is laughing. And now I've just taken it away from you. So, whatever. Like, what was the point in that? Typing stupid comments in the chat, so I removed you or hid you from the chat. Making stupid accounts so you could be seen on the subscriber list, so I removed you from that as well. What was the point?
Right, Rhys, where are we?
I've slowed down a bit too much. .1247, we're 25 miles from Plymouth. What gradient? Still slightly downhill, but the speed limit's 55. I slowed down too much there.
Hang on, I can just about see that on the cab side there.
Oh, Anthony's in the chat. Hi, Anthony. This would be Dainton. Is that how you spell it? Yes, that's correct, Dainton. I think I could shut the large ejector now.
Yep. Now we want to stay at my side for a bit if we can, Rhys.
Your side?
Yeah.
I think your side scenery's a bit better on this side.
Well, we've got something coming up, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
That...
We do. So for those of you who watched Bahamas on the mainline adventure... Oh, hang on, I got to mess around with the brake again. Wondering since which bank you were on, trying to remember the hill names from the race back in April. Oh, you mean the cathedral race? That was the last race. That was, I think, the last thing we did. Was race the Great Western Cathedrals on this same route, actually. No, it wasn't this route. It was Glorious Devon. Blowing off, Sam.
Yeah.
I think it's coming up now, Sam.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit of a surprise for you all. Hey, there he is. Hey. Great Western.
So this is something that actually happened. We passed the Pannier tank and Prairie tank and we had a little whistle at each other.
And we're just passing through Totnes.
We're just passing through Totnes. And all is well. And all is good.
So now we're just about to attack Rattery Bank. Hey, hang on a minute.
Hang on a minute.
What's going on? Hang on, Sam. Sam, we've had an emergency brake application. So we're gonna, in line with procedures, we're gonna have to bring the train to a stand. Find out what on earth's going on.
I think that AW...
You broke up, Sam.
I think the AWS just went off then, but I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it either.
Yeah. Well, it seems that we've come to a stop, so...
Right.
I think we're going to have to release the brakes and see what we can do. But
don't we need to make contact with the signaller?
Yeah. Of course, we are unfortunate here. We've stopped just at the bottom of a very large hill. What time are we on?
51.
51. Yeah, so we've now got to get to Ivy Bridge. We're supposed to pass 13:08, but the actual time passed was 13:25.
Right. So we've got a bit of a trek to do.
Now got a very large hill.
Are we ready, Sam? Sam, you broke up.
We are ready. If we have the brakes off, let's go.
I'm holding her on the vacuum because we're on quite a gradient here. As you can see, it's 1 in 62. So,
right.
We've got to see if we can start off on a 1 in 62 gradient.
Top of the hill. Without having to have the embarrassment of calling the diesel to come back to collect us.
I wish you hadn't said that, because now it's a lot of pressure on us to get this right.
Well, I've got on the crew on the Sunday we ran the tour to get it right as well. And it was, I'm not going to lie, it was quite tense at times. But they did an excellent job and they succeeded, so we shall persevere and we shall try the same.
So sanders are on, just to give her a bit of extra grip. Reg is through the roof. Handbrake is all the way off, isn't it? Yeah. Oh god, this is... Gosh, she doesn't want to go, does she? Let's turn off the cylinder cocks. Oh, she does want to go now. What a difference that makes. Right. Sam, I'm not sure if you're saying anything, but we can't hear you. Right, so Sam, your boiler's full. 858 pounds of fire. I'm shutting off the large ejector. We're blowing off, but we're also making speed. So we can notch up a little bit. So, Sam, I don't know if you can hear me, but we were due through at 58, wasn't it?
I can hear you.
Yeah?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
We are due through, the next station we're due through is Ivy Bridge.
Yeah.
We were due through 13:08, and the actual pass time was 13:25.
13:08:25. So, well, we'll see what we can do then.
Yeah.
So we've started her on a 1 in 60. Okay, what? Whoa! What the hell just happened?
Forwards, Rhys, forwards. Quick.
She just
Oh,
went
dear.
in full reverse. Did you do that?
Nope.
I have no idea what the hell just happened, but she just went into full reverse. Well, I was doing really well there, and I'm really upset by that.
Well, it's alright, we're going again now.
Right, come on, Bahamas, you could do this. She's a plucky girl, that's the thing.
Aye. Well, she's turbocharged.
She's a turbo Jubilee.
So yeah, for everyone watching who's wondering what exactly happened there, we did actually do like AWS stop deliberately. We didn't do like reverse of the reg deliberately, however, but we did do the AWS one deliberately.
I think it must have been something with the lock. Maybe I didn't put the lock back in place, but it just went full reverse.
I would probably shutting the fire road door when you when you were like doing it. So I probably had shift held down and it probably just slammed it straight back.
Does it do that? Let's see. E. No, that didn't do it.
I don't know. I'll tell you what. Try notching it back again. Try notching it back again. No, it's not doing
see?
that, so.
Something just happened then. The reverse lock. Yeah, the reverse lock was just doing something weird.
Yeah, that's what
it wouldn't lock. It wouldn't lock properly. So because of using Parsec to have two people on the footplate, it was causing a problem with the reversing lock.
But oh well. So we're now travelling up here at Heritage Line speeds.
It's like being on the Keighley Wirth Valley.
It's like crawling out of Keighley all over again.
Up the stupidly steep bank out of Keighley. On the world's sharpest turn as well.
It's a 1 in 50 gradient round a 90-degree bend, so it's an easy thing.
You know, the Keighley station, the layout of that line, going up out of Keighley and then up the Wirth Valley line, it just reminds me of how Victorian engineers just hated the people that worked for them. They just held them in such contempt. It's like, let's make a line that is so difficult and horrible to work. You know, 1 in 50 up a 90-degree bend. Let's make them work hard. Not only that, but what was the tunnel where like engine crews would just pass out when they went through?
The Great Northern Line, the Leesmore Tunnel, which actually goes pretty much directly under my house. It's not quite directly, but it's not far off.
Yeah.
But yeah, where I think it's over a mile long and it doesn't have any air vents.
So if you came to a stand in the tunnel, you would just suffocate to death.
Yeah, and it's on a 1 in 50-ish gradient. Not sure the exact grade, but it's a steep hill as well, so you can't just... If you're going downhill, you're fine. If you're going uphill, it must have been absolutely horrific.
Are you injecting, Sam?
I should be.
Yeah, the right-hand injector is injected.
Yeah. Well, the good news is we've got plenty of pressure, which, much like the Rio Fin did.
I'm going to notch her up just a little bit more ahead.
Yep.
65%. But we're steady at 19 miles an hour. We're on a 1 in 51 gradient. I mean, at least we're moving. And as long as we're moving, as long as we're chuffing, then we can keep generating heat. And that's the important thing, is if we're stationary, you may have a massive fire going, but you're not You're not just not putting the heat through the boiler with the chuffing, are you? Even if with the blower on. Although she's slowing down a bit now. We are losing steam slowly, so I might have to notch her back a little. Still 1 in 50 gradient. G5BT B5G says the real thing is off to Somerset tomorrow. Yes, that's right. I think she's running from London to the West Somerset Railway, isn't she?
Yeah, Paddington to West Somerset Railway, which is another one we could do with Bahamas.
That would be nice, as if we could get a route. Is it? I'm going to see if I can install the version 2 of this route, because I'm pretty sure they've added far more route to it. Yeah, we're down to 16.6 miles an hour.
But it is a really steep hill, is this?
It's 1 in 51. Well, we're still on 1 in 62 right now. Although he's easing slightly.
So we might...
I don't mind going slow like this, as long as we don't stop. That's the important thing. She's picking up speed again, that's good.
Weeks ago, I sat on the... Men.
JB video says your speed is climbing. Yeah, that's right. Up to 20 mile an hour now.
Yeah.
We nearly been going 2 hours, Sam. Let's just flick back over this side. What time is it? It's 13:02 in game. JB video says you should try driving on the West Highland Line extension with a Black 5 on the Jacobite. That would be a good challenge. Do you know what? I bought that route from I think it's from Just Trains, the West Highland Line extension. I've never driven it.
Haven't you?
No, I've done, was it Mallaig to Fort William, but I've never done the other one. Is it the Southern extension?
No, the extension one is Fort William to Mallaig, isn't it?
Is it?
I thought that was the extension and then the southern one was the other one.
Oh, maybe I'm talking about the Southern one then.
Yeah. I could be wrong. I can't really remember. It's been a while since I've driven it.
I mean, I would love to see an enhanced version of that route.
Yeah.
Because as much as I love the route, it is a little bit bare. And I understand that it is in real life. You know, it is quite a barren, featureless landscape up there. But you can still...
The problem is it is difficult to make landscapes look barren and good in train sim.
Well, that's the thing, is if you just have empty land in train sim, it just looks naff. Whereas you could add like some 3D grass or something just to give it a little bit of depth, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, we're slowing down again. Oh dear. 1 in 45 gradient now. Oh dear. Come on, Bahamas.
She'll do it, she'll do it.
She's just got to find her way up the bank, really. Ethan Strode is saying give her the beans.
All she's got.
She's giving it her all.
Yeah.
Say I'm giving it the beans. I'm giving it all she got.
She's full reg.
And she haven't wheel slipped once.
Which is good going. We slipped on the way up.
Sorry?
We slipped on the VO-Tor on it.
You did?
Yeah, the driver were good at controlling it, but we did have a few slips.
Injectors are going on. Speed's picking up again. I think we're on 1 in 90 gradient now. So we've just eased back a bit. I've just noticed that AWP now has 9,490 subscribers.
Hey! Not far off the magic 10,000.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something special for the 10,000 subscribers.
Like, cancel Over the Hills again.
Yeah, we'll just cancel it completely. Right, we've reached 10,000 subscribers, so let's shut the channel down.
That's it, time to nuke it.
The super elevation on this bit of the route does feel a little bit unrealistic.
Yeah, it is a little bit sharp, isn't it?
It feels not so much like super elevation, but it feels like we're a TGV going around a bend at like 200 miles an hour.
We are. Look, it says at the top 248, 250, 251.
Ah, that's what those numbers mean. I just look at the pictures. Back up to speed now. JB Video says take the K1. I tell you what, the just Trains K1, that's an advanced loco. I've only driven it once. I literally opened the reg and went meh, and I never drove it again. James Ellison is... Sorry, go ahead.
We're picking up a bit of speed now.
Yeah, we're almost at 30. I'm going to notch it back. Okay, 4, he says.
Yeah, we could take that as well.
That's the Just Trains one, is the K4.
But yeah, the K1 is the, I think it's the K1. Is that the Victory Works one?
Oh, is it? That's the Victory Works one.
I can't remember with LMS stuff.
Well, I tell you what I would like to try driving at some point on one of these virtual footplate runs is 4771 Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Just Trains one. The only thing is we need to figure out how not to break the centre cylinder.
Yeah.
Because it seems that every time I drive that loco, I crack the cylinder.
Well, moral of the story is...
Don't crack the cylinder.
Don't drive.
Don't drive.
You can have the shovel, and I'll take care of not breaking it.
There we go. G5BT, 5BGT, whatever, says double header with Rhys driving one and Sam driving the other. That is the ambition at some point. I don't know when, but when a train simulator is made where we can both play together, that is what we want to do.
Yeah, the problem is, unfortunately, with Train Simulator at the moment, it's literally impossible for us to do that, because...
What we're doing is quite a hack, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a real hack. What's the gradient like?
1 in 158. I think we're just cresting Dainton. Ah, my ears! Sam, I can't hear a word you're saying, mate. Tinnitus. Oh, you might want to inject, Sam. Boiler's looking a little bit empty.
It is injecting.
Fire's at 800 as well.
Yep, but we've got the worrying bit out all the way.
So we've actually crested the hard bit, really.
Yeah, we've done the bit we needed to worry about.
Right, speed limit is 60 now.
And I think we've actually done that in much better time than the real thing did. Which I could be wrong on, but we'll find out when we get to Ivy Bridge.
So we'll see how much time we made up. But to be fair, I think we have had an unfair advantage compared to the real Bahamas, because she was slipping like crazy, wasn't she?
Not like crazy, but she did have a few slips going up there.
Whereas we didn't slip once then.
We also have more favourable weather conditions in the train simulator than the
Oh, right. I didn't realise it was raining. I could have set it so it'd be raining.
Raining when we set off, but the weather improved over the course of the tour. But it meant that the rails were damp, and of course you do have more difficulties with it.
Adam Cat has donated $2 to say, "I.O. look, it's a train."
Well, I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. It is a train. Well spotted. And if you want to go even further, it's a choo-choo train. See, it goes chuff chuff.
Choo-choo.
I'll just wind it forward a bit.
How are we doing, Rhys? What time are we on?
13:12, pretty much.
13:12.
G5BT B5G asks how many coaches we've got. We got 9. 9 coaches.
As close as we can get to the actual contest that we had. With the stock available in Train Simulator.
I think it's still 60 mile an hour speed limit, so I'll just ease off. Oh look, we're at 9,500 subscribers.
Hey.
I guess those 10 subscribers must have been the fake profiles being made by that weird person.
Yep.
That's, well, you know, great.
I'm sure they'll all disappear again soon.
Probably. Apparently 60 mile an hour all the way to Plymouth now.
Yeah. JB Video, yeah, it would be really nice if AP made another Mark 1 pack. The Metro Cam Pullmans would be nice. Also some BSOs. Some Suburban Mark 1 carriages. A few other bits and bobs like that.
We got 13.4 miles to Plymouth now.
We're closing the gap.
She's done well.
Aye.
I'm not sure how far it is to Ivy Bridge.
I'm sure we'll know it when we see it. And of course the nice thing is, on this stretch of line, we're actually doing the same speed that all the modern stock would be doing.
Yeah?
So we aren't actually holding up any trains with us.
That's handy.
Apart from that small delay we had.
Okay, you know, and when the reverser went from full ahead to full astern. Minor operational difficulty, I would say.
Only minor.
Oh yeah, there's this brewery place here. This is Ivy Bridge, I think. Oh, we're on a steep gradient now. Better start braking. I was surprised. I was expecting to see or hear an AWS speed restriction alarm.
Well, I suppose if it's 60 all the way.
I suppose that's only happens when it's speed change, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've lost keyboard control.
Try again.
There we go. Right, we're just coming up on Ivy Bridge now.
13:15.
Yeah, 13, 15, 30.
So, we've made up 10 minutes on the real thing.
Blimey. I mean, the thing is, if Bahamas was actually slipping and sliding, then, yeah, 10 minutes sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yeah. And of course, I'm not entirely sure how long we actually stood waiting to clear the AWS trip anyway.
Yeah.
That takes a bit of time to actually clear.
That took a few minutes, I would imagine.
Yeah. But even so, I think we've got a comparable performance there. And Bahamas continued 17 minutes down persistently. I think until it reached Plymouth. So theoretically we should be 7 minutes down now.
Yeah.
And we should be consistently 7 minutes down for the rest of the journey.
Jay Laws has donated $5 Canadian to say Rhys wreck at the end. Well, there's a representative of Bahamas Locomotive Society on the Footplate right now, so I don't think I'm going to be allowed to.
Yep.
Sam's not going to let me do that.
As I did with the North Wales Coast Run, I am fully prepared to slam on the emergency brakes if need be.
To be fair, that we had to run forward into the loop, whereas this set, I think we'll just end in the platform, so we won't actually have to do anything.
We'd have to come off and go on outside and let the diesel came on and took the tour off to took it down to par. Par. You know, that thing you get in golf.
Oh yeah.
Par. I think we've got enough steam at least.
Well, it sounds like we're blowing off quite a bit.
Well, I'd rather have too much steam than not enough. Well, I think it's about time for another BLS plug.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, for anyone watching, feel free to go check out the description in the video, where you will find a link to the BLS online shop, where you can go buy some merchandise and support the Bahamas Locomotive Society to keep the real engine running, as well as the coal tank and Limo and a few other bits and bobs.
The little Andrew Barkley as well.
Yeah, the crane tank, Southwick. But yeah, we would normally sell a lot of this merchandise exclusively on our rail tours, but due to the COVID situation, we've been unable to do our normal procedure of selling stuff on rail tours, so we've only really been able to run a raffle and sell a few books. So this has had a significant impact on our society finances. So to compensate for this, we've put some of our stock on the online shop. So it's a great opportunity to head over there, get something to support the society, and get something you would normally only be able to get on a tour. Now Rhys, did you see that big drop on the map there?
Yeah.
That would be Hemerdon.
Okay, that is Hemerdon.
Yeah. So I think I'm doing the right thing filling the boiler up here.
Yeah, I noticed that you were doing that.
Because that is all just going to go sploosh.
Right down the front.
Right down the front.
Plus, we don't need a massive fire now because we're 7.5 miles from Plymouth.
Yeah, I think I might try and avoid putting anything else on the fire now, to be honest.
We might need to put a little bit on, but not a lot.
Yeah. Tell you what, I'll get the fire stoked up before we go down the bank, and then hopefully that'll last us.
0.95 from full now. I think we're about to hit the gradient here.
Yeah. Oh look, there goes my water.
There you go, shut the reg. Open the drain cocks.
Right, injectors are off, Rhys, over to you, great man.
Yeah. It's pretty much braking all the way down to Plymouth now, I think.
There is a small uphill bit again at the bottom of this.
Oh yeah, past Plymouth area depot, I think.
Yeah. The depot's at the bottom, and then we've got not a very long climb, but we've got a short climb back up into Plymouth. What's this? Yeah.
What's that, sorry? Sorry Sam, you've cut out.
What's the speed limit here?
60. It's actually 80. Right, okay. I assumed it was 60.
Yeah. Always worth double checking.
It's because I can't sit on the driver's side.
What are you on about? It's the Great Western Line. This is the
Oh, you've caught me out. Damn. Been ruffled at my own game. Let her pick up a bit of speed up to 75.
Yeah. And don't forget, we're running late, so if you want to pick up a bit more speed, we'll turn a blind eye.
No. No. We would never do such a thing. Not on this channel. Not on this channel. We'd never do that.
Looks as the speed climbs up to 90. 80 is probably about the limit of what we can get away with before Network Rail go, you did lap run very quick.
How did you get here from here in that time? With a DeLorean?
A favourable tailwind.
What's the gradient now? Oh, we're pretty much on the bottom. 60 speed limit coming up, so I better slow down.
Yeah.
This will be the... There it is, AWS warning. Right, I think I'll swap to the driver's side for this last bit now so we can see Plymouth area depot.
What's my water level at there? 0.67?
0.87. You've got plenty of water. Yeah, you've got plenty of water.
Oh, woohoo. I won't need to touch that then. I won't need to touch the fire, so I think you can go to your side.
Yeah, you're pretty much done now, mate. That's it.
Yeah, I think I can stick my feet up now.
You can get the kettle going.
It is. I've been doing that for the last 2 hours.
He's had the kettle on the brew for the last 2 hours. Finally, you can make a cup of tea. Does the Jubilee have a tea can? Yeah, there's a tea can there.
Of course there is. It's like regulation equipment for the Footplate.
I'm pretty sure when they're doing safety inspections on steam locos, they kind of go, is there a tea can? Yeah, alright, that's part of it.
Well, the way I see it, having your tea can there is a vital part of staying hydrated in a hot environment.
Well, I mean, it is. You know, in the cab of a loco is very hot after all.
And it's hard work in said hot environment, so I would class it as a vital piece of safety equipment.
Yeah, I mean, it should be provided.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there's a few famous photos of like engine mum standing underneath the water bag on at the water tower and just dousing themselves in the water. I
Yeah.
do not blame them on a hot day where, some of the hot days we've had have been 35 degrees and then they're working on a steam loco. I can't imagine anything worse on a day like that.
I mean, the thing is, to point out to anyone who hasn't actually worked on a steam engine, is that when you're in the cab, particularly a loco with a proper sealed cab, not so bad on your Great Western engines with your open backs and all that kind of stuff.
Well, that was the logic.
Yeah, but anything with a closed cab, even on a cold winter's day, it can be snowy outside, and you can still have a swell in the cab.
Oh, easily.
And the thing to remember is you stood in front of a fire that's a few hundred degrees C. So there is a lot of heat there.
I remember once firing little Bagnall tank engine number 19 on the Halloween special. Oh, Santa specials. Absolutely freezing cold. Must have been about -5, -6 outside. But then standing on the loco, I took all my clothes off because I was just boiling.
Yeah.
And then everyone's looking at me like I'm stupid, and I'm like, no, come and stand on this footplate. Seriously.
Especially when you're on an engine that's working as well.
Oh yeah. And that was the loco that sucked the bottom of my inspection coat into the firebox and then set it on fire. So I paid 15 quid for this inspector's coat. It's like a long overcoat for cleaning and oiling and stuff. I was wearing it on the footplate, turned the blower on, it sucked the bottom part of it into the fire, set it on fire, and I wondered, why am I on fire?
Rhys, we are not far off now.
No, we're on the final approach, so I better slow down to 25. Okay, a little bit too quick going into that 25-mile-an-hour section, but potato, potato. We made it, Sam.
Don't say it yet, we haven't stopped yet.
On the final. Oh, what was the live stream we did with the Coronation Scott?
And
Arriving at Preston, or was it Carlisle? And just
we were arriving at Carlisle.
jumping off the track at the last moment.
You had that one. I had when we did the singles race, I had the spinner derailed just in sight of your platforms.
Oh.
I've had several runs with the Duchess over Shap or S&C where it's dump fired pulling into Carlisle. So we are due in here at 13:22.
Oh.
The actual arrival time was 13:38.
So we made it 10 minutes on the real tour.
Well, I said we were 10 minutes early at the top of
Yeah.
Bank, didn't I, at Ivy Bridge, and we have held on to that 10 minutes early all the way through, as expected. And look, there's the diesel ready to take over for the trip down to Par.
There we go, chaps.
So, we've done it, and other than that stop on the bank where we did a bit better than the real Finn, we've stuck almost exactly to the real life timings there, which I think is pretty good going.
I'm trying to recreate. You got a picture of the loco from this sort of angle.
I did.
I'm just trying to recreate that for you. Kind of.
Yeah.
There we go. We made it.
Come side by side.
Yeah, that'd be a good post to put on your Facebook. Comparing them side by side.
So,
and
I
here's
think
the here's the Class 47 that's going to take over. With convenient bit of advertising. Bossman Railways. Bossman Games. Go and buy Bossman Games things right now. Go and do it.
Yeah, that 47, just worth mentioning, that's from the Welsh Marshes route. And the Jubilee we've been driving today, Bahamas, is a Bossman Games model with a retexture by myself. which we'll be releasing whenever I get it finished. A few little bits and bobs to do on it, but as you can see, the majority of the work is there, but the final touches take the longest, so...
Hopefully it won't be too much longer then.
Nah, I'm hoping to have it out within the next year and a half. Depending on what happens with sounds on it.
Yeah. Well, there we go, guys. First live stream in 3.5 months. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
I did.
Yeah, it was good fun. I enjoyed that. As I've said before, I quite enjoy driving Bahamas. It's it's a lovely loco. It's growing on me.
I'm gonna have to do a copper cap chimney version for you, aren't I?
Of course. Great Western copper cap chimney. Yeah.
There was a joke made about this when Bahamas was being done up at Tyseley, because obviously Tyseley is a Great Western depot.
Yeah.
And all the Tyseley lads were joking that they were going to put a copper cap on the loco. And I think it was being very seriously considered for the unveiling event.
Oh, I bet the BLS members would have gone nuts.
Well, I think some members would have certainly have gone nuts. But it would have been entertaining, something a bit more to polish up.
Yeah. Something else to burnish or varnish or whatever it's called.
Burnish.
It is burnish. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Right then, guys. I think it's time to call it an end of that live stream because it was actually a very successful run. We made it all the way from Taunton over the South Devon Banks all the way to Plymouth. 2 hours and 20 minutes.
And like I said, apart from that 10-minute we made up on the bank after the emergency stop, we ran almost exactly to time.
I would say, to be honest, though, we arrived 10 minutes quicker than the real rail tour. But I bet because we pretty much had the AWS alarm and brake dump, but then we virtually straight away started going.
Yeah.
Whereas the real rail tour probably spent a good at least 10 minutes sat there trying to figure out what actually happened and then calling the signalman and everything.
I'm not sure if it were 10 minutes, but it were definitely more than we were stood there. It were a few minutes there, and like I said, due to the poor conditions that we're trying to climb in, it was more of a struggle, and it is a lot easier to climb a hill in train sim than it is in real life.
Yeah.
But yeah, apart from that hill, well, there were a few uncertainties with it, but like I said, all the times between the stations were carried out exactly to time, so...
There we go.
Well, within a minute or two, which...
We pretty much matched the performance of the real loco.
Which, if anything, that's a really good testament to the physics on Bossman Games engine here.
Yeah.
Because it proves that you can run it realistically.
Yeah. And on that bombshell, I think it's time to call it an end to the live stream. So guys, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Remember to rate, comment, like and subscribe, and we will see you again for the next one. Sam, stop playing with your whistle. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and good night. See you next time.
Bye.